Noises.
Yeah, sorry, I just got the notification that you went live.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the Bullerside podcast. As Plippy McGee, your world expert in American football, apparently. With me is Gamer of Ages, who's an expert in weeboo stuff.
I guess. I mean, I went to Japan, so
Yeah, it makes you pretty much the same thing, isn't it? And with us is and D3, who's the expert in what are you an expert in?
Good question. Tabletop?
Tabletop RPGs, there we go.
excellent.
Well, anyway, this week's off to a good start because last night we had the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Everyone got upset.
I actually stayed up and watched it because I got upset because it was. Are you snorting? Are you blowing bubbles?
No, sorry, I've got a glass with a lot of ice in it.
It was like it's mostly ads, isn't it?
Not if you live in the UK. Then it's on the BBC.
Oh, that's true. That less ads, but still ads.
Well,
it sounds like Americans would consider that sacrilege that you can't watch a Super Bowl for the ads.
Yeah,
it's just people doing like analysis and stuff.
Well, I mean, it's less that, but it seems that every single every single break in the game is a ad break. Every single one. I mean, I remember watching just a normal football game when I was in Canada one time, and I swear every single break they had. So say someone had a touchdown or something like that occurred. Yeah, they would just cut to commercial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, that's how it works.
We're our sponsor.
When I went to Vegas, I thought the most amazing thing of watching the TV is you just sit there, you'd be watching something. It's like, okay, this is like the next season of a show I was watching. And I sat there, and they're like walking along, doing their thing, and the next moment I know there's someone talking about hemorrhoid cream or something. It's like, what? Oh, apparently we are in the adverts. Yes, we slide into the adverts.
Slide into.
It's not like
cream.
Oh yeah, that's what American TV love. That's what you get on your TV shows. You're watching someone fight an alien and possibly doing some romance, and the next thing you know, hemorrhoid cream is being talked about by people with overly white teeth.
Yeah,
I gotta hand it to the Mr. Clean group. They made a good commercial because everybody's talking about their product now.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's the point of a commercial. Like,
did you see the thing that shows up when you Google "is Mr. Clean gay"? He's asexual because sex is too dirty.
Oh, okay. I have to admit that's great.
Mr. Clean is neither gay, straight, nor bi. He's asexual because sex is any kind is just too dirty for him. His first love has always been cleaning, and he can't even bear to be doing anything but clean in perfectly white clothes. It has been his whole life.
Isn't that the thing Lady Macbeth had?
No, that was out damn. She was basically out damn spot because of a massive amount of guilt for having the Duncan killed.
Does Mr. Clean have a lot of guilt? What is the backstory?
Has he got some skeletons in the closet?
Is this deepest lore territory?
There's probably some fanfic out there where Mr. Clean is a serial killer. And I didn't think I'd be saying that today.
Lady Clean got Mr. Clean to kill King Sparkling. That's what he did.
all the old brands aren't in circulation anymore. You know,
not
Sif and
not yeah. Oh god, that'd be exactly what happened to the what you would call it, the Sylvan guy. That's why that's why Scott.
Yeah. Like the Alex Jones of the cleaning day. He's always shouting this.
Yes, but I had the oddest experience by watching the Super Bowl because I was sat there watching it. And I watched the first 3 quarters, and I was there just going, "This is actually kind of boring." It's like it's like there's one team keeps scoring and it keeps shutting down the other team.
Yeah,
and I was sat there watching, and then I nodded off just before the 4th quarter. Because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up and I looked at the score and I went, "They won."
Yeah.
How did they win?
That was insane.
I know. I rewatched it this afternoon when I finished with my work, and it was just even
really
watching it.
Pull out all the stops.
Yeah, even watching it live, you're there thinking, "How are they managing this?"
Well, I mean, gotta hand it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Gaga really did it.
I missed that. I've seen people talking about it. What did she even do?
She
She didn't do
She
anything.
flew around for a bit, and that's about it.
It was
Right.
it was a very mild halftime show. She didn't bring any politics into it, and I think that's why a lot of people were surprised.
I think, well, to be honest, I'd say that's a good move on her part, especially after the whole Clinton fiasco. where
And
she was
especially in Texas.
yeah.
That's very true.
I mean, remember the last time she did something political? She dressed up as a Nazi, like an actual one.
I know.
Yeah.
And before that, meat. Actually,
yeah.
The body of
Obsessed with the meat, aren't you?
I was hoping that she would wear the meat dress and then like just barbecue it and then eat it, and then that would be the halftime show.
I think it'd be a different.
To be fair,
Yeah, it
that
was
would
just a
actually be
cooking
kinda
show on halftime. Gordon Ramsay comes out and he's like, "The hell are you doing, you donkey?"
good. I would.
See, he's not Shrek.
I'd watch that.
Gordon Ramsay
I'd
calls
honestly
people
watch
donkey in
that.
the American shows.
Oh right.
Well,
I've
yeah,
seen
he
the
has
I've
to.
seen the Gordon Ramsay version. It's amazing because in the UK version he's just shouting at people, calling them all pricks. But in the American version, he'll come in, sort out your restaurant, sit you down, sort out your life, do everything for you.
And then he shouts at people.
That's because American restaurant owners who are failing are usually people who inherited it and have no idea what to do, or people who are stuck in the 80s. Like every time, it's one or the other.
With Amy's Baking Company being.
I've seen so much Kitchen Nightmares that they did a new season. I could make a goddamn bingo card and get a blackout every time. All right. Owner resistant to change. Food subpar. Like,
I think if they really wanted to make a statement, she could. All she'd have to do was show up in the fucking dress made out of frogs' heads. Yeah.
well,
Take on a whole new connotation.
I think by not making a statement, she did make a statement, and that statement was that making a statement in the Super Bowl is retarded because nobody watching the Super Bowl cares about your politics.
And
Nobody
everyone-
gets their political opinions from football.
Everyone in the regressive press is like, "Oh, she actually did make a statement. You're just too stupid to see it."
Yeah,
Basically.
or at the very least, the people who actually run the Super Bowl just went, no. You do
Probably.
that with
I
the
mean,
mic.
the thing with the Super Bowl is everything, they're lip syncing because everything's pre-recorded. I think the Foo Fighters were talking about this, or maybe it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I can't remember, but they said they didn't want to do it because they don't like lip syncing on their on the show. But then, on the other hand, it's the Super Bowl. Like that's when you make it. But they said if you say anything political, they probably said if you say anything political in the recording, we're going to cut it out of the recording, and you're going to look stupid. But then ESPN isn't necessarily a right-wing group,
Yeah,
so
ESPN
it was all a surprise to me.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
No,
me too.
geez.
Whoa. What? Okay, there we are. Muted. There we go.
That was, that was, wow.
Say hello to the aliens in Europe dumping for me.
Oh, wow, that is just noise.
That's just noise.
Ooh la.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I will say this one thing. I will say someone. It was Alan Thicke. Made this note on Twitter. He was saying that it's really amazing how Lady Gaga songs all blend to each other really seamlessly. It's almost as if they are the same.
Yeah.
You know, you could probably do that with AC/DC too.
And Nickelback, definitely
Yeah.
Nickelback.
Oh, God, Nickelback.
Look at this rock star!
I saw a video once where someone put together
Look at this has-been.
Someday and How You Remind Me, and literally just put the two songs together, and they coincide. They match up.
Creativity, people, creativity.
I like
Yeah.
that comedian group that pointed out that every popular song uses the same 4 chords.
Axis of Awesome. Yeah, they've gone off the rails a bit. One of their guys came out as transgender and then said, "Oh, I'm not going to be as popular now because people hate trannies." I was like, what?
What?
It's
You know,
like,
somebody
maybe you
needs to
didn't inject your identity and your politics into it.
Funny
Apple.
story.
I think what you should do is
it's like he's just opening up the doors of hell intermittently on us.
take her coming out statement and then put it on the background of the 4 chords and do like every celebrity coming out statement.
Oh yeah.
Just get Ellen DeGeneres and
I think what the world needs now is to just learn how to fucking laugh again. Like, oh my god.
Exactly.
Yep.
We just need to understand that, you know what? Not everything is fucking political.
Well, people are like, the world is going to end. Oh, so is you not laughing, is you being an asshole kind of like extending our time here?
Exactly.
what gets me is the right don't have a sense of humor about anything, and the left aren't funny.
The left just hates fun, apparently. Yeah, left just hates fun.
They forgot how to make jokes, which, considering they had all the creative people, is really depressing.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I think it's interesting that people have gone. You know, you shouldn't. You know, a certain pundit when you should always punch. You should never punch down. You should always punch up, except when they're better than you, and then because they can punch you because you're a Nazi. Here's the logic I'm watching here. I like the lack of inconsistent logic with everything they say from moment to moment.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
allows
giving
us
the
to do
punching a
what we
Nazi
want.
thing that much longer because the police force are already going after him. Trump's probably going to declare him a fascist movement.
Lovely.
Well, the petition to get Antifa recognized as a domestic terrorist group has passed the signatures it needed.
Excellent.
Obviously, it's a change.org, so it's not
I
a White
want-
House official, so they
Yeah.
can just ignore it. But
I want you to put yourself in Trump's mindset right now. He is an egomaniac, and people are saying the only group that hates you so much vocally that they're willing to attack us is a terrorist group. Please send them to jail. He's going to be like, wall intensifies.
Exactly. He's going to build a second wall.
Yeah, it's just gonna be around San Francisco, and maybe
I guess-
one around London.
I guess California doesn't want to secede anymore after they found out that every Republican county isn't going to secede with them, and they can't win that war.
Oh, not only that,
Bobby.
but if they did, and not only that, but if they did secede, they doom the fucking Democrats.
Oh yeah, we'll just go by popular vote after that. Like, okay, well, we got rid of California. Popular vote.
the electoral college.
Sorry, New
The
York.
electric college.
Oh yeah,
That's Mike Pence. He runs the electrical college.
that's what I like the idea of. If California do secede, and basically all the Republicans in California just abandon ship, that's going to make it even more.
If they become an independent nation, aren't they going to have to be like dealing with their own
It
water
would
crisis?
be Hollywood and welfare. That would be all that's left in California. Hollywood
Exactly.
and welfare.
Yeah, I mean, tech companies would just go off to the nearest place, like
The tech companies would move to India or China, I'm sure.
China.
China? No.
Actually, I think they would stay in the U.S. because
China.
Whoa, Trump,
Just in China.
well, Trump's lowering the corporate tax, so it would make sense for them to stay in America.
They don't. The thing is, they ideologically don't like Trump. It's not a money thing.
Yeah, that's true. But even then, they'd still go to a place.
It's made it very clear that they will throw away money hand over fist for ideological reasons.
Oh yeah.
I'm
No,
just
that
saying-
has been these past 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just saying that when I go to my drama group, and basically they're all very liberally types. Some of them even live in London and think Sadiq Khan's a wonderful mayor. They have completely drank the BBC Kool-Aid when it comes to Donald Trump, and you can't even mention him. I think I don't even especially like Trump, and I'm just there going, shut up about him. No,
You're
he's
not
not.
having to defend him just because of the
Yeah,
absurdity of the
I
allegation.
don't. I start calling him the goddamn Pret and Daddy. It's the only way to deal with them.
Here's the thing. I ended up liking Trump after having so much from just fake
what happened.
news. Like, I kept, I'm like, you know what? All of these people who I think are just pissed off crybabies hate him. So he's probably not that horrible.
Pretty much.
Probably not too bad, really.
That's probably, honest to God, how Hitler got in. They're probably like, well, all these people I don't like hate him. So
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, to be
Well,
honest.
technically, if they really didn't like the Jews.
well, the Jews were a privileged class and they dodged war.
Hmm. Oh boy.
This is getting Jan in on not going political, right?
He's not here.
Oh,
He's not
okay.
listening.
I didn't think he was here. That's why I was talking about it now, because I figured he'd jump in. And
This is as unpolitical as he gets.
Do you guys want to talk about video games?
Thank you, Satan.
Before we do, I'd like to say that if you're interested in your very own God Emperor, please pre-order now from Japan.
or France come April.
We're going to enter an era in our lifetime where Japan makes sex dolls that look like the first ladies.
They probably already do.
Actually, I keep saying if it
was Ivanka.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely Ivanka. I mean, have you seen all the? I mean, they did all this fan art
Have you-
for Putin's.
I didn't see the fan art. I saw the fan art for Putin's little
Yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
saying. That's
why,
probably
you don't really
my-
need to use your imagination. She was the nude model.
Yeah.
With it. I thought it was Melania.
No, it's Melania.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
right.
she is the
I-
first lady, though. So if it was going to
Yeah,
be
I
all
was-
the first ladies, you could just like the regressive presses shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
I get
Well, it's
Melania and
nothing, the way
Ivanka
they-
confused because they're both women that Trump's having sex with.
Oh, for God's sake. No, before we move on from move on before old Super Bowl, I was actually looking at Twitter, and it's amazed how it looked like. Just from looking at Twitter, you would have thought that the New England white supremacists had defeated the Atlanta downtrodden, oppressed mass.
Yes.
It looked like they were down. You know, they were down in the third quarter. Everything was going to shit. They've gone to the fourth quarter, and then Tom Brady just went for the white race, and he was like Transformers. And it was like Transformers the movie when it was like, here comes the touch, and they all went rocketing out with white light blazing.
Yeah, doing the
like,
point
there's
for
like halfway
America.
through the game, they just have a suitcase full of money and go, Mr. Brady.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Did you see Sean King's tweet about it?
Oh, that he
Yes.
deleted.
the one that he deleted.
Yeah.
And
This
then
is Trump's
afterward-
America.
Actually,
No, he tweeted out, "This is what happens. This is what happens when you let Trump select your team." What was it 28 to 3, and then he deleted it.
Oh my god.
I gotta say, this is the second time in 4 months that I was surprised by a bunch of white patriots.
Yeah.
These weren't women this time, so it doesn't really matter so much.
How about that Audi
Uh,
commercial, though? Oh, did you see that one,
Ow.
Webster? Did you YouTube search it or anything?
I saw the Audi commercial because my
I have that saved for a video.
It kind of blew up on Twitter because the
people
company-
calling them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How am I going to tell my daughter that she's a complete piece of worthless
Actually, you guys are talking about the Audi ad, right?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, because I do social media stuff at my company, and we were doing strategies and stuff for what do we want to do for this coming year, and we talked about how stupid that tweet was.
Oh yeah,
Which, well, the tweet where they clarified or the ad?
And, well, kind of both, really.
Oh, right.
One. Not only did they completely
Bunk their own
screw over
platform.
not only did they completely screw over their argument in the
excuse making. When people pointed out that women in their company also have the so-called wage gap, and they said, "Oh no, ours is our employees are
Just
all paid."
because every other company is.
You know what I want to do? I want to make a commercial where it's like a Chinese family, and the dad says, "How do I tell my daughter that she's going to work for 10 cents an hour for Audi?"
Well, how do I tell my daughter that we already have a child, so I'm going to break her neck with this metal pole? Or did they legalize having more than one kid? No, I can't remember.
No, I don't think so.
Probably still traditional, like
This-
traditionally done anyway.
They still
And
have
here's
kids
the
flushed
thing.
down the toilet.
Here's the thing. Here's how I know there isn't a wage gap. I know there isn't a wage gap because I Googled it and I checked the research.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was the Equal Pay Act.
It wasn't part of a joke. No, that's just,
yeah.
it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
that hard.
Dude,
President fell for it.
To be
Trump-
honest, yeah. But yeah, Audi, and that was amazing. That whole shitstorm. Actually,
I'm just curious to know that when Obama did that wage gap speech,
oh,
do you think he actually fell for it, or he just knew and just went, "This is a talking point that I
Yeah.
have to be on the side of"?
Honestly,
He,
I think
he
it's a
was-
talking point.
I think he was campaigning for Hillary when he did it.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Oh, it's funny
You
that
say the false thing to
I
like
like
saying
how-
that they're the same job.
yeah. Well, I
Hey,
like
I
that.
forget what the
how- Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah, D3, you keep cutting out. Have you got
Sorry.
You keep muting. You keep auto muting. It looks like.
yeah, I've noticed that.
That's weird.
Oh, you know
Am I
what
in
else
there?
happened?
Well, I mean, did you see that Hillary Clinton backstabbed Obama in blaming him for everything?
Oh no, I did not see that.
Well,
To be honest,
it's not
Hillary
even.
Clinton does not really make it here anymore. No one seems to
And
care.
this is coming from a Republican. It isn't actually all his fault. George W. Bush passed a lot of stupid legislation.
Yeah, I know.
But it is Obama's fault that he didn't get rid of it when he had majority Supreme Court and Congress.
Yeah, and well, it's more that Hillary blamed Obama for her campaign. That's what. Yeah.
Hey, she should be happy. She's the first woman to lose twice in a row.
Yeah. Well, technically more if you think about it.
Yeah, because of the recounts.
Yeah.
Yes, I took the BuzzFeed quiz. You know, the one that says "How woke are you?" and one of them says, "I think a woman has just as much of a capability to be president than a man." And my first thought was, apparently not.
No.
Apparently not.
In the UK, yes, they do. But in America, apparently not.
Scoreboard.
It's the Friends thing, isn't it? Women can, you can't.
Actually,
Yes. Yes.
Hey, I think people should be happy though because Trump's raising Ivanka to be the first female president of the United States.
yeah.
She might do it. She's about the only likable person in that shindig at the moment, isn't
Yeah,
she?
and also she's
Well, Ivanka, people who don't like Trump like Ivanka.
yeah, Ivanka's smart. That's the thing. Ivanka's
And
actually
Trump is
smart.
taking her to all these. I think Trump wants to be a one-term president and have Ivanka run on the Republican ticket.
Maybe.
That would make
Or
sense.
won't you be running against Palin? Because surely she's throwing her hat in the ring 2020.
I've just heard that. I've heard that Hillary is doing talking engagements again, which
Yeah.
basically means she's thinking of running again.
Yeah,
she gonna-
Well,
that's going to be a death
How
sentence.
to try
How
and
can
run.
Hillary beat a woman though? What is she
drove
going?
off women last time?
Yeah, but I mean, no. What I mean is like, how is she going to play her woman card when the other person's also a woman?
Exactly.
Younger woman.
Oh God,
Younger woman
Who
and
is it?
arguably a bit
who
better.
isn't white? Younger and not white. She'd die.
Oh yeah.
Well, literally, from the looks of her health in.
No,
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is Hillary's going to run, and then like at the last minute, Michelle Obama comes in, beats her, and Hillary's like, "Not again."
And then
Have you noticed this about Hillary? Her accent changes depending on what state she's in.
Yeah,
When she's in the southern
nothing
states, she's got
about
some-
her is genuine.
Yeah, when
she's
she
going y'all in the southern states.
when she's in New York, she sounds normal. When she's in the southern states, she sounds like y'all, and when she's in California, she's Chihuahua.
Oh,
yeah, anything to get those
President
votes.
did.
President
Any-
Chihuahua.
Anything to get those votes, man. I mean,
It's like I said, social justice warriors are just Chihuahuas. They're literally shaking and bark when you're far away.
Yeah, I honestly, well, I mean, here's the thing. If she ever does that, she'd kill her political career more than she already has, to be honest.
she'd kill her political
I
career
don't think
quicker
she's
than
got
she'd
much
kill
to
people
lose.
with evidence against her.
No, think about it. She kind of does. She loses all her fucking connections because let's think about it. Why would you associate with the embarrassment of someone just running again, even though she already lost?
I think it's throwing bad money after good, or good money after bad. At this rate, they've already invested so much in getting her. So it was like, no, we're not giving up on you now. We paid good money for this. Get your ass back out there.
Well, that would be the Democrat Party then.
No, you know what I want to happen? I would lose my sides if this happened. If we just said we'll take 100,000 refugees and then sent them all over near Soros.
Put them in the rich areas. Yeah, there's some redistribution.
No, specifically George Soros.
Oh yes, yes, the mastermind behind every single.
I think it would just be funny. I mean, obviously, he's paying protesters, like, that's been proven, but
What's that?
Apple, where are you though, dude?
Where the fuck are you?
Traveling.
Tornado?
It might not be-
There's no wind in here at all.
Yeah, but see, we can hear lots of people chattering behind you and lots of
there sure is a lot of hot air.
Kill me.
Alright,
Hang on, and you're really muffled as well, dude.
Oh, well, I'm like right up on it, and the
There
other
we
people
go.
are like,
There we are.
and the other people are like across the room.
Okay.
Tell them to shut up.
Yeah, shut up. I'm doing a podcast here.
Or
Jesus.
take your headphones off and I'll tell them to shut up.
No. There's like only 2 people talking out of. Like,
Hey, I'll
10.
fight you. Come over here and say that to my face.
I have mastered
I will.
the blade. I have mastered the
We
blade.
live in the same country. I might actually do that if I'm crazy enough.
I'll fight you to help you.
Joke's on you, I can wear a black blindfold and beat you to death with the metal bar and claim it's self-defense because you're a Nazi.
Guys, he will not.
You wouldn't do that.
He will not
You
divide
will
us.
not divide
He will
us.
not divide us.
He will not
He will
divide
not
us.
divide us. He will not divide us.
So Bandai Namco, and this is an example of fans not knowing what they want. It's video games.
Will not divide
Everybody
us.
said they wanted a Digimon World 1, sequel thing. So what they did is they make a game called Digimon World Next Order, and it's essentially the same thing as Digimon World 1 with more stuff, and everybody hates it.
So they basically did a Xenoverse, but this time no one actually liked it.
I enjoyed Digimon World. I might have a look at it. Although if
You
everyone
should check it out then, because it has the same mechanics. It's just more stuff. Some of the mechanics are a bit simpler now, but
This sounds a lot like what they did with
When I didn't know.
Well, Xenoverse 2 was basically the same thing, but a bit better.
well, Xenoverse 2, it was a much better fighting system. It's just people didn't see Xenoverse as a fighting game, so
Yeah,
nobody
so
cared.
It was like a party combat game kind
They need to nail down the power fantasy aspect of Dragon Ball Z.
Well, it's simple. Yeah, just give them lots of lasers and tell them, okay, you could beat up a bunch of people.
So,
Destructible scenery might go a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that got me coming back to Digimon World 1, slightly older, was the pacing. And I had the same problem with coming back to RuneScape. So I don't know how I had the patience for that as a kid,
Digimon World 1, yeah, it was kind of slow. Next Order is a lot faster because, have you ever played Monster Rancher?
No, I watched the show a bit as a kid. But...
They borrowed an aspect of Monster Rancher, and the aspect was when your monster died, you got its essence, and then you can give it to another monster to make it stronger. So in this game, Digimon digivolve really fast, and they die really fast.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So every time they die, your ones get stronger, like when they're babies, and so you're just building it up.
You had it for a lot longer in the first one, but
legit an hour and a half in.
Babies.
Yeah, legit an hour and a half in this Let's Play I'm watching. He already has 2 champions.
Oh, right. As in, has had a champion, died, and then...
No, his partner Digimon became
at the same time. Oh, right.
Yeah. You get 2 now.
I did enjoy Digimon World 2003, or Digimon World 3, I think it was, in America.
Digimon World 3 is a lot like what Cyber Sleuth was, but Cyber Sleuth was just better, in every way.
Oh, nice. I'll have to give it a try. I tried Digimon World 4 and just could not get into it. It was utter crap.
So, Cyber Sleuth, people compare it to Persona a lot. I haven't played Persona. I compare it. Right. It's like if Final Fantasy X was good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, turn-based stuff, is it? Or...
Yeah, and it's turn-based 3-person combat, just like Final Fantasy X, and you can switch characters in and stuff, just like Final Fantasy X. It has a couple of difficulty spikes that make it almost impossible to beat on hard mode on your first run through.
Oh, geez.
A lot easier to beat it on hard mode on your second run through.
I see. So you hold on to stuff.
Yeah, you just know the New Game Plus. Right. New Game Plus is just power fantasy mode, basically.
I tell you, that's what I liked about 2 and 3. I can't remember if the first one did it, where you could replay the story with all your weapons and upgrades and stuff, and then it just gave you another level to upgrade them to. So you just ended up with ridiculously powerful weapons.
That is what I want out of my new Game Plus. Just,
power fantasy.
Go for it. Yeah.
I want to kill everything.
How great would it be if they did an Ocarina of Time and New Game Plus, you could be Sheik or Ganon?
Oh, that could be. Well, I mean, Sheik. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Not necessarily Ganon, but Sheik would be quite.
They
cool.
could do a totally different story mode with Ganon though, because he went through all the temples too. He just, effed them up.
I don't know. I mean, I'd
Different,
say
objective.
maybe Ganon. I guess that could kind of work actually, because I remember this is Ocarina of Time, not necessarily something like. I don't know. Maybe Twilight Princess actually. That could be quite cool. You see how little side story where he escapes and shit.
I would want them to do, if they were going to go back to Ocarina of Time and do anything, in the 7 years Link is in the Temple of Time, make an MMO out of it where you can pick a race of characters. You're trying to fight off Ganon's forces and stuff. You're doing missions for the different villages.
Oh,
Like, you F up, but really you're just trying to hold them off as much as possible.
Yeah, probably give it a
I
shot.
think actually Ratchet and Clank did the new game plus like almost perfectly.
Yeah, you retain all your gear, if I'm correct. So everything you've got, and
But you can make them better.
exactly.
Yeah, and the enemies got a little harder, but then it just opened up a new sort of roof of power for the weapons, and it actually felt rewarding to level up the weapons because you always got interested. Sometimes there were dead levels, like you just
Ratchet
got
and
lock
Clank,
on and-
the PS4 Ratchet and Clank was handled really well. I was very impressed,
Mm.
especially for a $40 on launch title.
Well, I haven't played one since PS2, so I have a PS3, but not a PS4. But it just collects dust for the most part.
Oh,
Yeah. Hell, if we got a DVD to watch, we watch it on the PS2 and not the PS3 because we'd have to plug the PS3 in.
The PS2 was a great
I'm the same thing with all my consoles these days. It's basically a media device, something to play the odd fighting game, but everything else is on PC.
yeah.
I love the PS2. I wish Sony would go back to focusing on having a really large game library.
I mean, the PS2's library was fucking enormous, and not only that,
And we didn't even get everything in the US, and it was still enormous here.
Yeah, that's saying something. And a lot of those PS2 games were quality titles. Like, you had some shit, but it was still, a lot of it was quite good.
The PS4 had so many games that making it into the top 200 games on the PS4 is something amazing. I don't even think we got 200 games on the PS3.
No, you definitely. I think you had like just over 200, but the PS4, I think that's what I noticed with this latest console generation. No one really makes too many games.
Well, that's because everybody is trying to be Nintendo and saying, okay, we have our IP, people like it, now we need to pump one out every year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's less that. It's more that even then, people don't seem to take to the new hardware at all. Like, usually, like for example, the Xbox 360 era, like there were so many launch games and so many different companies trying out the new consoles. And
well, I imagine it's a lot more expensive now, so you have to do something that's a lot safer.
I guess, but even then, you've still got the dev kit. You still have the means to be able to work on something.
Remember when they tried to sell the PS3 as being a little thing that you could actually hack yourself and they let you dick around with it? Like many features they promised you on the PS3 that they never delivered on. But hey, it sounded good in the E3 press conference.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't trust Sony on the press conferences. They go backwards compatibility. Where?
Well, the first time they launched Skyrim, it was supposed to have mod support.
Oh, but it did, but only with.
I mean, on console, they said that they were going to have a mod store.
Oh my god!
I think Bethesda did the same thing with Fallout 4, though they are delivering on that.
Yeah.
They are. The thing is, though, is that they're trying to monetize it, but it's not working too well.
And somewhat with the Doom, with the new Doom multiplayer, they are kind of following through on that a bit.
Doom is amazing. I was so blown back by Doom because I don't even like first-person shooters that much, and I fell in love with Doom.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's the perfect power fantasy game. You want to kill something and do it in really, really gory fashion. Well,
do you want to know? What it's like to just be really, really angry? That game is what it's like to be angry.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, it feels like Doom. Plus, it feels like Doom back in the old days when you play the shareware version, you boot it up, and it's just that level of fun again. It's managed to modernize that, which I didn't think was possible.
And I didn't think I would get used to the movement because you were really fast in that game, but long.
Yeah, you're fast. And what I like is that your character is basically it's too angry to die. Like literally, you're just too angry.
The only thing I didn't like about Doom, the only downfall of Doom was that it had a huge day one patch.
Yeah, but then
That's
again,
all games these days.
it's
Yeah, I know.
Bethesda.
It's just a trend I wish would die. It's not. I wouldn't like deduct points from it in a review or anything. It's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah. I just
Still
I-
something to mention.
It's unfortunate.
I just wish that I just wish that it would be like you could get your game down. Two things: if you're going to buy it from their online store, I'd hope it would actually just download you the patched version. Two,
Yeah, that
if you buy it on disc, it should just run. You should just go, all right, I won't be online. Don't patch it. Just let me play it.
Here's what I think. If you're going to do a day one big patch, that whatever. Every disc that you ship after day one, though, should have that patch already installed into it.
Exactly, it should do. I mean, just doing a day one patch is kind of lazy, really, especially if it's something like Final Fantasy 15's one, where it's just, oh, how big was it? It was like 10-something gigabytes, wasn't it?
I do know one thing, though, looking at it, the Switch might be the first Nintendo console I don't buy since the Virtual Boy.
All right.
Ooh.
The thing about it with the Switch is I don't like that Nintendo's marketing it as a console. It makes me think that they're going to do a new DS. And they shouldn't. The Switch needs to be both. Nintendo needs to stop competing with itself. It's a lesson Blizzard learned when they released Overwatch. They shouldn't have their IPs compete with each other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. That's why they go for a drastically different.
And I do have to
genres.
say, I gave Overwatch another chance. It is actually fun when you're playing with people you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
I find pretty much every game just more fun with friends, and like
Yeah.
that is the main thing that will have
Yeah.
me give up on a game is that none of my friends are playing it.
I think my biggest strength, I will say, if I want to just go up rankings, I play on my own, typically with my block button on standby. And if I want to just have fun, I play with friends.
Because I was playing on my own, and oh my god, it was just such a shitty experience. I would just have bad team after bad team. And sure, I'm not doing great, but when you're having a team that's actually intentionally trolling you, like May walling you off and stuff,
Yeah.
then it's just like, okay.
Well, that's the advantage of having a larger team, because you can group report someone and they get kicked from the game. If enough of your team block them all, report them all at once.
Yeah, I think over the summer I'm going to pick it up for the PC.
Yeah, that's probably got to do it.
I'm
Well,
hoping that they have a character that has a pet. Because I was thinking, how cool would it be if there was a character that had like a robot dog or something, and you can have the dog run and fetch you a health pack,
Ooh,
Oh, that'd be fun.
potentially.
or like it could, like with Bastion, you can have the dog run and the turtle focus on the dog, and then you can run up and get the turret or something. Or not
Yeah,
Bastion, Torbjorn.
Yeah, the hunter style pet has been something that people have been talking about for a while, but they're rolling out heroes really slowly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean we only have 2, and the game's been out for like
Yeah, I can't
8
wait
months?
for
yeah.
about 8 months or so. I actually can't wait for the new character because
It's fine that they're rolling. Here's the thing. This is what I have to give mad props to Overwatch for. They haven't released a new character that totally busted everything.
Yeah,
Like they're putting a lot of time into them.
Yeah,
Ana
to
didn't
make
bust
sure.
anything. Sombra didn't bust anything. Like
no, you could say that Anna really changed the meta at the top, but that's genuinely only for top level players.
we needed another support though. I'm happy Ana was the first one they rolled out with.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I will say though, it's weird that in my opinion, I think it's weird that Sombra's in the attack class because she's more of a
They themselves
Really?
they themselves have called her a support though in the forum posts. They're saying that she should be considered more of a support role. She's not supposed to be a backline assassin. That's what Tracer's for. She's
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is kind of similar.
she's more of a very sort of she's sort of a harasser, isn't she? She's
Yeah, like
Sombra.
flanker.
yeah,
Well, no. The whole point of Sombra, they actually pointed out her main ability is supposed to be once you point up behind someone, your instinct is to hack them, not shoot them. That's what they have said.
exactly.
But unfortunately, she has 2 problems. One, I think her hack should be quicker, and 2, I think when she comes out of cloak, she shouldn't have a second when she's standing completely unable to do stuff and then go, "Here I am."
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
she's like,
She literally says, "Here I am."
Here I
It would
am.
be funny if it actually played the song "Here I Am." Everybody just starts.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
Like a hurricane.
I know one character
Scorpions, everyone, scorpions.
because
Oh,
my friends and I have been bouncing ideas for characters they could do, and one of them is a kind of fragile, but kind of like a fragile assassin, but not Tracer. Melee assassin that does a ton of damage, and one of his abilities is he gets a shield on his back.
Oh,
Okay.
Also, you can run away.
Or sneakily sort of turning 180 to block damage and then turning around. And... Yeah, do you know?
running away like doing the Three Stooges. You know, whoop, 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 whoop,
Well, it'd be like a martial artist because I know they have Genji who's a swords guy, but I don't think they have a martial artist on there.
Not
There is-
really.
in Battle Right, there is a character who's basically a frog. He's called Croak, and he has a poison tip blade, so and dashing.
Mm.
It's Genji style.
That was Genji's original ult, wasn't it? He used to do massive. His actual blade used to do massive dots on people.
All right.
So
It was
ridiculous.
well, it was ridiculous on not console on a PC, but Genji was really bad on console, which is weird because he's a counter to the characters that are really good on console.
Mhm.
But I've talked about this before when I played Overwatch. I never had a game with a Genji on my team where I won, and I never had a game with a Genji on their team where they won, unless if there was a Genji on both teams.
Mm. Oh god, I've seen. For the most part, Genjis are either awesome or they're absolutely terrible people who think they're awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's usually the second one.
Yeah. Honestly, with Genji strikes me as a character that wouldn't really work too well on consoles, really, because his main weapons are a little too precise to be really useful.
It's
on
because his
console.
sword deflecting thing is a counter to Bastion, and Bastion is super powerful in console.
Yeah, that's
Because,
what always used.
You can't actually turn your cursor to Bastion to attack him before he kills you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
his Tourbillon's quite strong as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's even when you have sensitivity up to 100, like you can't.
Yeah.
My God.
They have openly said that they the version of PC and the version on console are balanced separately to
Which makes
kind of make
sense.
sense of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
which I think is a good way to go about it. But even they're saying like they're having trouble keeping it as good as the PC level stuff because the controls are just
I think
unfortunately
what
not
they,
sensitive enough.
honestly, what I think they should have done is they should make it so that Torbjorn's turret has the same turning ability as a controller with sensitivity 50.
yeah, I think that'd be quite fair.
Yeah, potentially.
Bastion's new buff, the one I'm hearing about where he can move around and heal, that seems insane.
Yeah, but his damage is being they said they're taking away his ability to headshot.
Oh,
good.
jeez.
That's good.
You can't
That's
head
good.
you can't headshot and his spray is going to be wider.
That's
Wouldn't it
gonna
be funny if
very
the
good.
bullets actually went through people's head? They're like, we said no headshots. It doesn't do damage.
Actually, console support. Actually, the sort
And
of one of that was the.
You went
I would think console.
Sorry.
Again, sorry. Talking about controller support, I imagine will probably be one of the main obstacles in getting like a hunter style character with a pet. Because if it,
Yeah.
you need a
I just thought of a really good idea for a counter to Widowmaker and Hanzo.
Diva.
The headless
That's what
horseman.
that,
Because he doesn't have a head. What are you going to headshot?
Mm.
no, that is Diva's role now. You see when to make
Because
it, you
of her
float up
bullet
to a head.
interface thing.
Yeah, you float up to a head butter, then start and chase her off. That's what you do now.
I don't.
know-
I never. I love Diva's design. I didn't like playing her that much. I liked Roadhog for tanks.
Roadhog is excellent. Good choice, my
Yeah.
friend.
I loved Diva because she was so mobile and she could actually she could move around really quick, and she had really glaring weaknesses which apparently people couldn't make advantage of, so they just gave her everything as a weakness.
To give you an example of my luck, I had a game where there was a Mercy, and who's the robot guy? Zenyatta.
Zenyatta, yeah.
Yeah.
They were both on my team, and I was Roadhog, and I got the gold medal for healing.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
And I was just
More
like,
on you or them.
You'll be,
I only used the ability like twice.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're on
you'll
a
be
team
on
with
the-
a Mercy. No, I'm not counting the Zenyatta so much, but a Mercy, and you
With
got
the Mercy,
gold.
I got the gold for
Yeah.
healing.
Did
Because the
she-
Mercy,
did-
she switched
Was
to
it
her
Dean's
pistol the
Mercy?
whole game.
Yeah, you'll be.
I don't even
surprised
think
how
she
often
rezzed.
that happens. It's quite often that sort of shit happens. To be honest, I mean,
No, when I'm Mercy, it's not.
Well, I'm like, if you want to be a cute grill that runs around shooting people, pick Tracer. You don't have to be Mercy. Like,
I mean,
I think it's because Mercy has the passive normal healing thing.
yeah, that's true.
Can be. But that's the thing. If you've got a Roadhog on the team, like, and your Mercy, it's just free ults. Just stick with the Roadhog, just heal them up. And...
Yeah.
Yep.
To be fair, they have actually given a hidden buff to a little pop gun thing. So
Yeah,
if you haven't
what
got,
I would
if you
do with Roadhog is
if you haven't got any healing to do, just pop away at that gun for a while. And that builds up your ult.
Yep.
when I was Roadhog, if I was low health and I thought I was about to die, I would jump off the map and crap him.
Oh, that's fun. Actually, I remember seeing a really good video of a guy where I think this is in the Greek map where you have the big hole as one of the big well. Yeah,
This would be Ilios on the well.
yeah, the well.
You mean the Lucio Roadhog map?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Pharaohs. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so I remember seeing this Roadhog. He spots that a diva has just launched her mech into the air and it's coming down. It's doing her. She's doing her ult. He hooks her. He jumps into the well, hooks her mech in, and just takes it down with him as he falls.
Pretty good.
And did anyone watch Iron Giant?
Are you talking about a meme again? Is this going to be a meme?
No.
No,
So,
I know.
when someone
Because the one that I saw,
Are you
Superman.
memeing under the influence?
he seems to be yes.
no, I'm not.
If it's that goddamn Superman meme on top of the
I think, you might not know that the Superman thing is a meme.
it is a meme.
Oh, really?
Iron Giant flying down saying Superman is a meme.
Oh.
Sorry, dude.
Well, I mean,
Sorry, man.
I only knew that. Seeing
Batman is a meme too.
Yes, he is.
Millhouse isn't.
Milhouse.
No one likes Millhouse.
And Lenny Face
What
is
if
forced.
Simpsons for a Super Bowl commercial it was just Milhouse saying, "Can I be a meme, guys?"
That would actually be very good, actually.
That would
That's
actually
why they
kill off
won't
the
do
show. That would kill off the show.
That would actually be the end.
Exactly, that'd be good.
Super Bowl second half,
show needs
0
to die.
ratings.
Well, to be honest, I am. Speaking of things to die, what is with fucking Pitchford? I'm honestly concerned by this. What is this?
That is a very badly washed sink.
Well, I mean,
Cry for help.
I guess. Look at that fucking toilet over here. That looks awful. You see, like, the grime and shit.
You goddamn poor person.
Yeah,
God.
gee,
I know I know your games suck ass, but Jesus.
Why
Christ.
would people choose to be poor?
like,
What
why-
depresses me is that
Well, I think it's
I
important
think-
times after Battleborn.
I think we all know that Randy asked Christy to specifically post that one. And
Yeah.
then she's just kind of hedging her bets with the, like, I don't know quite which post to pick. How about this one where I've tied up my husband and put him in a dirty bathroom? It's like, yeah, that's what people like on the Instagrams.
Yes, that's really cool and that's quirky and witty. Haha. It's just like what was it? Gearbox had their huge talk at was it PAX, and they basically announced nothing but did nothing but bad singing,
Yeah,
political commentary on Trump and stupid.
yeah. The whole
Tell him to
game
spend
again.
less time singing about Gamergate, more time cleaning his bathroom.
Yeah, look at this shit. Look at this. This is.
It's time to be
awful.
an adult, Randy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at this. Just look at how grimy that fucking sink is. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's more like they didn't clean the soap.
It
Just clean the goddamn soap.
yeah, like they got like.
It should default to clean its soap.
I kind of don't want to know what's in that bag. Is
I
it
don't
cotton
know.
baubles?
Oh, it looks like it, but oh jeez, like it just. I don't know. Who would think that that's a good idea, a good thing to post?
Well, you're
Oh,
talking
the
about an
person
industry
who-
that
You see the shit over here, like you see the shit underneath the bat and the.
Why are we admiring a toilet?
No,
Should
we're
we stop
trying-
talking about the toilet?
we're
Look at
trying
the
to-
upholstery. Look at the paper. Look at the
God, look at this-
pores.
Look
Oh
at
my god, what
everything.
kind of hair gel does he use? Does he even use hair product? Oh god.
Yeah, God, look at that. It's like he's got. It makes it kind of silvery, doesn't it? Look at it.
You know, you
Oh.
probably spent more time looking at this image than he has.
You know, if you
Yes,
think
I think you have now, yes.
yeah, actually, now I think about it, if you don't wash your hair for so long, it becomes greasy. Maybe that's the case here. That's why it's so like.
I mean,
Are you
more-
just
more
saying
people
that
have
he's
seen
just
this-
a smelly man?
There are more people who've seen this picture than are actually playing Battleborn right now.
Yeah,
That is the truth.
exactly. That is the absolute truth.
Check the
You know,
retweets. What are the retweets on that thing?
Oh, that's let's see. For the official post, it's about like sorry, like fucking 200 or so.
More than Battle One, yeah.
Yeah, it's more than Battle One. Even mine has fucking some. Jesus, it's embarrassing.
So,
It's anything to get people. I'm pretty sure that's what this is,
anyone to get people talking about him? Yes.
Hmm.
and it worked because
Has he considered releasing?
It is because we've got Gamer of Ages here, sitting here obsessing about his toilets.
I just want to really get into the psyche of this man.
I don't care.
No,
No,
I
seriously.
do because I'm very interested in where everything went so wrong for this man.
Well, he bought Duke Nukem Forever and tried to make it self-aware. He
Kind
made a
of-
game. He put out a game worse than the 2001 trailer.
Yeah.
That looked less creative and less fun than the original trailer.
Yeah, I have to say, just it makes me wonder. It really does.
Just be yourself, guys. Just be yourself.
Do your best. Do your best. Do it every day.
Do your best, even though it will sink your company into the ground.
But now it'll be saved. It'll have a big Patreon. And, oh god, no, they won't. They'll get onto the Game Award shows, you know, and they'll have like a Kickstarter that'll be shilled on it.
Oh, that would be hilarious if they just start shilling to keep their fucking studio alive. That would be
Along with
amazing.
Jeff Keighley's Bestest Bud Award.
Oh yeah,
That's what I
Actually,
loved
you know-
about the Game Awards this year. Because I was actually looking at it, just going, "What's this award actually for? What is this
Oh,
actually?"
the best company I shilled for.
It's basically, at least you could have gone with. I would have actually accepted most handsome male voice actor and most attractive character design model. It's just
Best Doritos flavor.
best Mountain Dew supplement.
Best Doritos and Mountain Dew combination.
With that, though, comes admitting that you have no idea what the gaming public actually want from their industry.
Well, what do you think? I mean,
Well,
it looks
the game show awards were exactly what the Emmys are, just a circle jerk.
I thought that was more of the SAG Awards, which was basically the biggest circle jerk I think I've seen, even more than the Oscars.
Every Hollywood award show is a circle jerk.
It's not surprising to me that La La Land got all loads of awards because basically Hollywood loves Hollywood films that suck its own dick.
Exactly.
Look at the magic. I mean, that's the only way to explain.
Somebody needs to make
Did
a
you
film
paraphrase Red Letter
about
Media?
a retarded gay Jew during the Holocaust who has to go to Hollywood to make it big. It would win every Oscar.
Yes. It would. No, they'd have to make an entirely new Oscar category just for the film. That's
Oh,
what
God.
I would see them.
I've just figured out why Moulin Rouge did so well. I remember watching that film thinking, how the hell was this popular?
Well, La La Land is like, okay, I like the fucking cinematography, but in terms of the actual story and in terms of the characters, yeah.
It
it's kinda
left a
fucking
lot
flat.
to be desired.
It was kind of flat and it was kind of shit, to be honest.
Red Letter Media did a good review of it, but Red Letter Media,
Yeah.
they're usually on point.
They
Yeah.
are great, and I love them. They're
Noted
amazing.
right-wing conservatives.
Yeah.
I don't think even they're aware that they are. that
Right
they're
wing,
even that.
anarcho-fascist, conservative.
Yeah, I don't think they know that. I don't think even they're aware that they are at this point.
If anyone is, they just
Yeah.
get thrown in the pit.
Yeah, it's like Red Letter Media. Oh, it's Red State. Off you go, lads.
Yeah,
Enjoy your trumpkin soup.
I think if they did, all they would do is just I don't know. They'd probably smash Rich Evans' diabetes medicine again.
poor lad.
Yeah.
They did you guys see the when they were making fun of all those podcasts that were sucking off Star
Oh
Wars?
yes, the
Yeah,
nerd. The nerd.
Me personally, I love this film.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
me personally, I
personally,
love this film.
I do. Yeah, yeah. Me personally, I love this
Right,
film.
yeah, but me
Yeah, it's a great film. It's also, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna give it. I didn't like the tone, I didn't like the acting or the script, but me personally, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
yeah,
I give it an
but
8
me
out of 10,
personally-
and I know I gave The Force Awakens a 10, but now I hate it.
And actually, the best one was when they talked about the free swag bags. You know, they really do give me a lot of, they do give us a lot of attention where they give us these free swag bags. And they,
Oh, is that their loot crate
and-
thing?
well, not quite. It was when
No, Loot Crate is Nerd Box.
yeah, they were pretending to go
Thank you.
to the Ghostbusters premiere, and they were talking about how Sony gave them these free swag bags.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Who was that podcast that were completely shilling Fallout 4 and trashing any negative review, and they were sat there surrounded by Fallout merch, including Pit Boys?
I can tell you one thing: it wasn't League of Evil or Unsolicited Opinions.
Oh, hey,
Are you
Jack.
and he joined in to shill. Hey, Jack.
How you guys?
Yeah, but me
okay.
personally, I loved that film.
Me personally, yes.
Me personally, I love that film, even and that's what the script says, at least. Do I say love or do I say really enjoy?
I loathed that film. I loathed it like a French painting.
I loathe this film.
Oh, I didn't mean loathe. I meant loathe. It's the French pronunciation.
But has anyone ever listened to one of those sort of like geeky podcasts or any kind of podcast that after a while you start occurring to you, wow, you guys are shills?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty much
Yeah,
what
but
it is.
they might be stills. But me personally, I loved that film.
Yeah, me personally, and I can't speak for anyone else, but me personally, loved it.
It's just it's an obvious shift in tone, especially if they don't often do it before. So,
Yeah.
it's quite clear they're not speaking candidly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Guys,
Anyway,
I came here for not politics, basically, today.
Well, yeah, I
'cause
mean,
YouTube politics, it counts.
Oh,
You might have not come here for politics, but I just have to tell you that me personally, I loved this film.
Yeah, I love this film. Personally.
yeah,
I can't speak for anyone else.
The sheer mileage.
And I love the fact that we've completely recreated it by having someone eat noisily into the mic right now.
I have to say, out of all the films out,
That was a subtle hint
I
to stop
think-
eating into the mic.
Sorry.
Who's eating? Oh, okay. I was just gonna say that out of all the films that have come out this year and next year, that this will be the best one.
The Emoji Movie?
Oh yeah, I love that movie. The Sony gave me such
Patrick Stewart did such an impassioned performance. My God, better than Logan, better than Picard, better than
You know,
better
me
than anything
personally,
he did in the West End. Better.
you know, me personally, I less than 3'd this film.
I mean, I
Whoa.
was in order for actually, I noticed in my swag bag that there was a big check for $2,000 in there, along with a couple of corporate bonds and a big stack of cash. So it's nice to see them taking care of their reviewers. So,
Friends, they're friends.
Because
Yeah,
They're
we-
good friends.
Well,
us
like the
reviewers
friends,
were
but
very
not that-
influential.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I just say that was my favorite? That was my most. I saw this. It was on. Someone was talking about back when the game reviews were happening, and they were saying that and someone pointed out they would give you very, very expensive laptops to play the game on. Very, very expensive laptops. Very, very expensive gaming laptops. And my favorite point of that one is like someone was defending that. A games journal saying, "Well, yeah, we need to be able to. We can't all afford the latest hardware." So, we need to be able to play, and I'm thinking there, business overhead, learn about it.
Yeah. So,
It's not my fault that it's someone, if you want to be a car reviewer, but you haven't got any goddamn endurance.
much, yeah. But even
Sorry
you
for
could
the
always...
keyboard. I forgot to mute myself.
I was gonna say, speaking of cars,
What? Hmm? What?
My segue.
Oh no, I got automatically muted, I guess, because I'm on a live hangout. I completely forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good.
Oh, that's odd. Okay. Well, I will say, speaking.
Are people
of,
finding themselves being auto-muted? Because I'm not.
I'm not.
Not me.
I didn't
not
realize it if I had
The
been.
only person you want to be auto-muted on this isn't being auto-muted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this would be a jab at me, to be honest.
No. Goa, you're not as bad as Shikaki. I'm sorry.
But I am.
You may be a good interrupter, but you're nothing to the Dark Lord of the Mastery, or
Well, you've got-
the Mastery of.
You've
God damn it! I've fucked up that sentence as well.
Do it.
You've got two options here. You've got, on the one hand, the guy that will basically go into some sort of long drawn out explanation of a meme that most of us have already seen.
Yeah.
Or B, you got the person who will suddenly start talking about Pokemon out of the blue.
Oh, speaking of Pokemon.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't actually have a segue for that.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, nothing Pokemon except I think Go's dead, but that's about right. Anyway, so
Can I tell you what I'm actually really hyped to get hold of? Get my little mitts on. Resident Evil
What?
7. That looks
yes,
awesome.
that looks really
Gears of Resident Evil 7 3.
You know, but it
Resident Evil
looks.
7 Free Extended Edition.
Yeah, but it looks
You know, me
like a
personally, I
throwback.
love that game.
Oh god.
Did they say it was
I
coming to PC?
personally love that game.
Please no.
I can't speak for anyone else here, but I personally.
Oh god,
love
when I
that
go
game.
to a class and they're like, "So, how did you like the chapter?" You know, me personally, I loved that chapter.
But is it as good as Pokemon Go, Shikaki?
You know, me
That-
personally, I loved that game.
Well, I did until about. I did, but that was a year ago. It sucks now because the internet told me so. But
No, but it's
Just gotta give
seriously,
up on playing it.
yeah, I stopped playing it because
Yeah.
it's just they. I'm sorry to have to say they took away all the good things about the game.
Yeah, they took away the tracker as well
Yeah.
as and to be honest, I mean, just regarding this from a marketing perspective and just a general PR perspective, the fact that A, they didn't take any consumer feedback was fucking retarded. And B,
It's Nintendo. Of course, they didn't take any.
No,
consumer
no.
feedback.
It's
Have you
fine.
seen the state of
Absolutely.
Paper Mario?
Nintendo
Let-
actually gets a free ride on this one because it was Niantic that was.
They're probably the ones who told Niantic, "No, don't do that."
No, but
Yeah,
apparently
no,
with
no.
Ingress, like I think Ingress players have said that this, and you know other geocaching games have said no, this is them. This is
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
here's the thing though. I kind of understand why they're doing it. I can kind of see why they're doing it, but it just lost me as a player.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I
mean, if you guys
stopped
wanna know my
working, do they? You can't
You
really.
know, me personally, I loved this game.
Yes.
Shut up, Shikaki. Stop
Oh, yeah.
interrupting me with jokes.
All right. Well, I will say that the second thing that was really why that game fucking died is because there was a fucking drought of content.
Yeah.
Like there was no
Yeah.
and like you know in any
it was a
normal-
mobile game, guys. It
No,
was the phone
You
game.
don't understand. People don't play games for content or characters or battles or trading or any kind of interactive gameplay. People play games so that they can walk outside for 5 miles in order to catch a rat attack.
I know exactly, but they don't provide when they caught the fucking Rattata. They don't provide. Oh, okay. Here's a Gen 2 Pokemon you can walk 10 miles for.
You know what? I live in the countryside. There was jack shit out here.
Well, I would walk
In
1,000,
fairness to-
and I would walk 1,000 more.
Oh Jesus.
I watched half a meter. I got my
That's
free
not so bad.
Pokemon. I got my free Pokemon in my kitchen. I lost interest.
Yeah.
I was actually quite surprised that they brought
Oh.
2 before. Like all they had to do.
Yeah.
D3.
Who's muting D3?
Someone's actually
No, this has
No
been
one is. This
very
has been
bad.
an ongoing thing.
Is it working?
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Stop using your keyboard and mouse when you're talking on a live hangout because you get muted when
Oh.
they. Yeah, it's an auto thing.
Oh, right.
Well, you know,
They do it automatically.
That's weird.
Me personally, I love using my keyboard and mouse.
God damn.
Good. Use it all the time. That way we don't fucking hear you, Shikaki.
So was it they brought out the
Well,
baby
no,
Pokemon from
personally,
Gen?
I'm going to use
Yeah,
all
they
the-
brought.
They
they
brought out
brought
the, like, I think all they need to do to bring have a huge influx of players come back.
They just need to bring out Gen 2.
For one, they could kick out people in the gym or put in a sort of a CP limiting sort of thing. I don't know.
I think 4chan
or two.
limiter.
Or all they had to do was put maybe 5 in the world of the legendary bird Pokemon and Mewtwo and all the shit that's that they haven't released yet from the first gen.
Well, here's the thing. What I was thinking of that they would do, and I would
then spend $500 to get it anyway, genius.
I like how this entire conversation sprung from Plipster saying that I keep throwing Pokemon into everything.
We're talking about marketing and bad choices regarding game design.
No,
me personally, I loved their marketing.
I was just so desperate to prove right. I was just happy to go with it.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, that what I thought they were going to do with they sort of hinted at that whole reveal trailer that it was going to be one big scavenger hunt for all these different Pokemon. Like, for example, in the launch trailer, you saw all these people running around towards the city center of New York to catch Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Like, and, I thought, oh, okay, there's going to be like a big scavenger hunt, and that would be kind of cool.
So, and that's the thing, is that there was so much potential with that game. There was so much going for it, and then they just let it die. Lack of attention. Lack of attention to... but it was a lack of attention to the community. It was a lack of attention to the actual... I mean, it's just... I'm sorry to have to say it. It's typical of Japan. It's
racist.
No, but it's the Japanese games industry. I'm not knocking it because I love several. I mean,
I will have you know that
the games.
Pokemon Go was folded over 1,000 times in glorious Nippon data.
I'm just saying. I'm just glad that Jan's not shouting about the Russian thread change.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll get to them later.
When?
No, it's Overwatch, dude. Don't get me started. No, but the thing about Pokemon Go is that yes, it's everybody is basically right on how it failed. I mean, both the arguments kind of are completely valid in that if they'd release
valid because me personally, I loved this game.
Yes, I realize. Yes, I know. You've told me 50 times, and I've only been on for like 20 minutes, and I already know that, yes, you love Pokemon Go. You personally love
I
Pokemon
personally
Go.
can't speak for Shikaki, but I personally love Pokemon Go. Thank you.
I personally can attest to the fact that Pokemon Go has been my favorite mobile game ever. And what else was I supposed to say?
It's no, but to be quite honest, it showed the
incompetence.
Yes, it showed the incompetence of Niantic, and it also showed the potential of an AR game combined with a mobile game. That's my problem, is that they
well, me personally, I love your problem.
Yeah, I know. You love me, you love my problem, and you love me as well. I know, Shikaki.
The fact that you have problems, yeah.
Yeah, and you especially love the fact that I have problems. Yeah, but it's just there was so much there. Yeah. And it just
wait, can you hold on just 1 second? This stream is sponsored by Pokemon Box. You can sign up for a free monthly subscription for the low price of $89.99. This month's box has the Pokemon Gary used outside of the canon theme.
And you can get it exclusively from digital download if you just go to pokemon.go/Bullerside Podcast.
And me personally, I love the Pokemon Box.
And enter in the or you could enter in the promotional code. Personally, I love.
Yeah, and fuck it. Let's just get completely.
Also sponsored by the
watch Ghostbusters. We really, really personally love Ghostbusters.
I will say also
that.
Hey! I don't think we actually got paid by them.
If you pick up the Pokemon Box today, you'll be able to receive the special crossover backpack with Mario, Toad, and Peppa Pig.
Yes. Also known, also coated with a special coating of Movie Bob Seaman.
And me personally, I love Peppa Pig.
Do you know who doesn't like Peppa Pig?
Actually, we can't say that anymore because now it's offensive to Muslims.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally,
reasons
I
to be.
love Muslims.
What kind?
Yes,
The
yes,
ones
we
that-
know.
Which
Oh, dude,
ones? The
please,
ones
Me
that-
personally, I think they're hilarious.
Please, I've already ranted about politics in my Twitter feed. I just no, please.
Well, me
God.
personally, I love
your Twitter feed.
I
Me
like.
personally.
Yeah, I
I
know.
like I personally love the Muslims that specialize in fireworks.
Well, I just think it's kind of impressive because that religion was stagnant for a bit, but now it's really blowing up.
Actually,
Oh,
Been come back,
God.
yeah, been doing really well. Been doing really well for yourself, yeah.
Shikaki, God damn it.
Making shockwaves around the world, you could say, even. Yes, personally, I love it.
Oh God.
I just hope it doesn't become self-destructive.
Anyway,
Oh.
is there anything anyone wants to bring up now on the last 15 minutes? Because the thing
Well,
I
me
was going to bring up...
personally, I love the last 50 minutes.
Yeah, me too. Because the thing I was going to bring up, I'm not going to bring up now because Jan's here and it's going to make his head explode if I bring that up.
Okay.
No, go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
I was reading an article.
I'm going to be the one who makes that explode, sir.
Yeah, I was reading an article from IB. I think it's called the Independent something. Hang on, I was IB2.
I love the independent something.
yeah, the independent
Me
business.
personally.
Independent Business Times put out this little article written by one Edward Smith.
Oh, no.
How Resident Evil 7 is molded by the hateful, terrified world of Trump and Brexit. And this is not The Onion, by the way, everybody.
I want to die.
This is not The Onion.
Well, me personally, I love the hateful world of Trump and Brexit.
I'm so glad I managed to zone out during that because I didn't catch a thing of what you said, and I'm so happy.
Basically,
Mhm,
Resident Evil
mhm.
7 is considered racist.
Oh yeah, okay. No, it's
Honest
not.
and
It's not.
evil
It's
and
it's
Jewish.
not. No, it's not. It is basically it was because someone like
Wait, so are they technically saying that every Muslim is a zombie?
Pretty much.
no, no, they're saying that Resident Evil 7 is perfect.
Yeah.
It has the backwoods white family in there, which is totally, what America fears right now. It's really interesting that people in Japan who've been working on this product for several years have the foresight.
Yeah, they just totally get like the culture here.
Yeah.
And dude, it's got
Several
this-
years in the future, because Maddie Myers said so, because she actually spoke, because she wrote a piece in another publication, which is basically about what happened in the 90s, about
Dude.
about foreigners. And
Dude,
I love
the
how that they're sort of saying yes, the post-apocalyptic game is a perfect example of how the Trump era is, and they're the ones that are running around destroying buildings and beating people up in the open street. I can't fucking help it. It's so fucking beautiful. Yeah, you're right. It made my head explode.
Yeah, calm. This is comedy video games article making fun of.
I
That's
know,
what I'm doing here. Okay.
I know.
Okay, here we go. As Maddie Myers observed in her fantastic essay for Paste magazine, the Resident Evil game played capriciously into the 90s zeitgeist. Oh god, I hate people who write like this.
Yeah.
If you were alive and had a newspaper delivered to your door every morning in 1996, bad punctuation, it's likely you were afraid of science and infection. No, I was 16.
You're afraid of science?
Science and infection. No, I wasn't.
Did the person who wrote this know that there are only two genders?
They're putting science in our food.
No, this is Maddie Myers who
They're
wrote.
making the frogs gay.
This is Maddie Myers.
Yeah.
Maddie
You see-
Myers wrote this original piece. This is Edward Smith taking
Antifa is a right-wing conspiracy.
OCPs do not steal.
As the human genome project nears completion, it threatened to dispose our comforting superstitions of what constituted self. Mad cow disease would kill anyone who dared enjoy a burger, and Dolly the sheep, man had beaten God at his own game. For what impossible thing would we reach next? No, this hasn't got nothing. these are sorry, Maddie Mars is this is someone who's basically trying to make things reach because they want to have Resident Evil be their own personal Vietnam or something.
Yeah. Hey, here's the thing about you said something earlier that I wanted to talk a little bit about, because you said the person used the phrase zeitgeist. And I totally understand your hatred of that, because here's the thing. I try to make a living as a writer, and the really good writers use the sort of pop culture term for things, like they use the foreign term like zeitgeist, but they also use the normal term, and they sprinkle it about like fairy dust so that people enjoy their writing. So if you intro your goddamn article with sort of foreign terms without explaining them, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I noticed this when I read this with an awful lot of like the more pretentious games reviewers and tech reviewers, and even more so when I listened to a talk from the ultra creepazoid Catherine Cross. I was listening to a talk. It's like basically you're deliberately using as many syllables and as many sort of like synonymous words as you possibly can.
It's
in an effort to
just bragging. It's what it is.
No. It's also trying to get to say things, because I think these people learn to talk of. They're used to people not understanding a word they come up with, so they sort of move on because they feel awkward about asking about it. And
duck speak, basically.
Yeah, and the whole thing was just written in a way. It's basically like this is written immediately to confuse people, so they don't actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I actually looked at it, and basically as a little private project, edited it down into like pop speak, and it basically I saved about 40,000 syllables.
Yeah,
and it wasn't particularly interesting.
No, exactly. but that's the thing, is that a lot of them don't necessarily have a lot of interesting things to say, so they use very, and I wouldn't even call it flowery language, because flowery language actually requires you to speak in a manner that it charms people, and to be able to charm people, you actually have to have them understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing is with these people, you know, if you go to someone's house, go down to the computer, and you can tell what sort of person they are by the look of the fear in their eyes when you look through their internet history.
And I realized that I just spoke on so long, and I tried to explain nothing for them, that I completely missed what I was about to say, because I started the sentence in a way that didn't have an ending. So no, but that's.
No, but I'm just saying, with these people, if you press the word T, it would come up with thesaurus.
Exactly. Because
synonyms of hello, synonyms of I think that.
Yeah. Ahoy hoy, by the way.
Synonyms of
That's the best way of saying hello.
Synonyms of fifis.
Yeah. No, but
considerations.
That's the thing. It's to be a good writer, you have to master the common tongue, to put it in a good way, because you have to be able to make the person who's reading you understand. That's why I hate academic papers. I don't like academic papers because they're not speaking.
Well, me personally, I love academic papers.
Yes, I know. But and the problem is, a lot of these people are coming out of a education which doesn't teach you how to write in a way that captures the imagination. So that's why most of the sort of the entertainment that feels very hacky and very propagandized, or it just doesn't strike a chord with a common man, because you're not speaking in a language, and you're not speaking in a familiar tone, which is why we have archetypes, which is why we have familiar plot lines in entertainment, because it's an understood sub language. And I realized I started to sound like a fucking pseudo intellectual. I'm sorry. I've had a rough day. I've had a day which, I've been a little pissed if people have noticed.
Well, don't worry. In the immortal words of Glenn Beck, we're all going to die soon.
Have fun.
So, so since we've got about 9 minutes left, what do people think of that Lady Gaga performance, huh? Hey,
I'm happy that it wasn't political.
Yeah, I was overjoyed.
I'm glad she didn't dress up as a Nazi again.
When I saw her turn the stars into the U.S. flag, the first thing I thought was, oh shit, she's gonna do hashtag He Will Not Divide Us or hashtag Rebel or something like that.
No. You don't know her. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to a big tinsely lights picture of Hillary Clinton. Then it'll morph into her, which is Jesus Christ crucified on the cross.
Hashtag the second American Civil War.
The second American Civil War is going to be
this
over so fast because everybody in the opposition doesn't own a gun.
Yes. No, but I've seen fucking Chris Cluey advocate buying guns or even stealing guns.
He wasn't. He was waiting. He was waiting for Walking Dead to happen, but he was telling everyone to train now to get the guns.
Yeah, he wants people to train with fucking paintball guns and then go into an armory or a gun store.
Man has lost his goddamn mind.
He never had one.
Did he? I don't think he's seen the video of the last time someone tried to rob a gun store. They ended up getting shot.
Yeah. Social justice is a hell of a drug. First, you're making fun of a little girl for getting raped in a locker room. Next thing you know, you're advocating for mass shootings.
No. He's a massive. He actually blocked me, and I forgot what it was about.
Chris, I think Elliot Rodger was a swell guy. Clue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Chris, I think child pedophiles are perfectly fine and inspiring, Clue. But I will say, my favourite part about the Lady Gaga performance was I looked on Twitter and I saw a tweet from Rob Dyke that just said, "I think we're in the clear, guys."
I've really enjoyed Rob Dyke's videos as of late.
But I do like the memes that came from the Lady Gaga performance. Like that one guy, the guy with the really creepy face. And they just zoom in right to his face.
Oh god, when he's on the floor, you know, when they're all dressed up in a way, and one of these people, I swear to God, their costumes were inspired by people who, when they're washing their hair, put all the soap to put the hair into a mohawk. I'm pretty sure that was the inspiration for the costume. But he lies down and has this really, like, I think he thinks it's sexy, but this is like really disturbing expression as he's lying down.
I made my dad bust up laughing because I said that every time Democrats get mad, they all have to dress up in white and set shit on fire.
No, but here's the thing about the Super Bowl. Because I'm not American, but I know a lot of.
Well, I think
a lot of Americans. Yeah. But here's the thing about hand egg, is that they cherish that sport. And notice
that's because our national sport is fucking baseball.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But here's the thing is that the raving crazy fucking leftists managed to make something the Americans truly gather around and love into something about racism.
Well, they had protesters there that couldn't actually stop anyone from getting in because you know what a good way to commit suicide is? Stop a football fan from getting into a game he spent $10,000 to get into.
I think my favorite thing about it was because my family are motor racing and rugby fans. And of the two of them, I'm the guy who really likes. I like mixed martial arts, pro wrestling, and American football. So you can imagine I get on like a house on fire. And they'll ask me, what do I like about American football that I don't like about rugby? So it's basically the same game with body armor. I said, two things. One of them is allowed to throw forward. And I like the way that Americans do scrums because it's far less random.
Yeah, that's
yeah. You can understand. That's the thing is that you can understand the game better,
it's more tactical. It's more tactical.
Yes, and I think that's why it kind of appeals to a lot of nerds and geeks is that it is very easy to read the strategies.
Yeah, it's easy to understand. Okay, he's going to flank. He's going to go on through, act as a decoy
Yeah,
of sorts.
which is why Blood Bowl 2 is an awesome game.
Mhm.
You know, me
Well,
personally, I
I
love
would
Blood
like-
Bowl 2.
I'd be personally. Well, here's the whole thing. Do you know what the actual British League of American Football's called? Do you know what it's
What?
called? Americans. American. Sorry.
That's great.
The American we got. Can you guess what it's called?
I mean, that makes sense. We named.
No.
It's not
He's-
called Americans. He's still revealing it.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's trying to get you Americans
To
to
figure
guess.
out what we called.
Well, we named your football after domestic violence, soccer.
Yeah.
Oh.
But can you guess what we actually call?
Don't you call it hand egg?
No. The British American Football League is officially named the British American Football League.
The battle.
Oh,
What?
They just flat out called officially. We've officially named your game American Football.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
There is actually a huge number of people from Australia playing, and a lot of people who basically failed at rugby came in here and just started killing people in
it
American
is
football.
a fun sport to play. I played it in high school.
I liked
But,
Blitz. I liked Blitz the League.
Oh yeah, I played that.
And I do enjoy.
you can smash people's testicles with that game.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you could literally break people's heads and fill their heads with
I think
painkillers
the
so they
thing with
didn't feel the
football-
broken leg.
I think the thing with football is because you're padded too, you can be a lot more risky with how you're going about it.
Except
Like
when
every
it comes
single
to
play.
except when it comes to neck and your concussions on your neck.
Well, yeah, but like every single play, there's a guy who gets sacked by 5 guys. Like every time.
Hey, here's the good thing about the Super Bowl this year. Even though I didn't watch it, and I tried to watch it.
Oh my God.
You know,
every
me
year,
personally,
but it-
I loved the new Star Wars, even though I didn't watch it.
yeah. But here's the
Amazing last quarter though. That was an amazing
Oh
last.
my god!
No, but here's the thing. Okay, I
you have to start
I
it with
didn't
me
care.
personally.
I
I'll
didn't.
keep interrupting you.
Yeah, I didn't
You
care.
have to start it with me personally.
I didn't care about any
You
of
have
the
to start it with
teams.
me personally.
Fuck you. Me personally, I didn't have a team that I rooted for.
Thank you
this
for
year,
starting
so
it with
there's-
me personally.
Yeah. So I didn't. So I personally didn't care who won, but I'm really fucking happy. I personally am really fucking happy that
I
Infected.
broke
the New England Patriots won, even though I me personally, usually root for the underdog. Because
Well, the thing is, it's kind of funny.
goddamn fucking SJW type of fans.
They made me care about American football.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they fucking lost it.
It's
They
kind of
just
funny because
went off the planet.
there are so many Americans that root for the underdog that it almost makes the person who's probably going to win the underdog.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's kind of the American, success story coming from nothing, because that is central to the American way of life, is that everybody's a sort of the descendant of the optimist fucking European.
Well, that's why
Who-
communism
who-
would
who-
really work here.
No,
because
exactly.
People are like,
You all-
wait, but I might be a millionaire and then I won't have money.
Yeah. You guys, the positive ones, all fucked off over to America thinking that you could create your own fucking wealth and your own fucking life. And you did. And then you left all us pessimistic Europeans back in Europe, just
Don't worry. Don't worry.
sulking over our
Don't-
lost empires.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. They also brought over a lot of people who's historically didn't want to be there, and they're now setting fire to their city. So don't worry too much about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think, me personally, I think that America's going to join up with Britain, and we're going to have such a huge economic boom that so many other countries are going to leave the EU. You know, me personally.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
So,
Just-
me personally, not only is
Please stop
America
doing
is going to join up with the UK.
It's
but
like
they
when
also-
you say over on the walkie-talkie, but to start it.
Oh, okay. It's well, me personally.
Flipster was going to
Oh
say
my
something.
god.
Well, me personally, before we're going to end this, I think that I wanted to try one last thing. I wanted to check one thing. Shikaki, did you play American football in school?
In high school. Yeah.
In high school, did you play it?
I played
Okay,
a year in middle school too, I guess.
all right, so here's how it works. According to the British American Football League rules, according to all that, as long as you can basically pass a written test, you can be a referee officially.
Oh shit!
So if you ever want to migrate,
You know, honestly,
You're asking an American to pass on something written.
Oh. Where have I seen that before?
or you'll
Just saying.
it's easy. Just add an, where there's an O, add an extra U, and afterwards you'll pass it.
Yeah.
Oh, I will actually. One thing I will.
my
say
favorite
is that
cereal is Cheerios.
God damn it.
Cheerios.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Urias.
Gamer, get
Britain
out,
would be
get
the
it.
country I move to
Alright.
if America goes down the shitter. It was
I
going to
will
be
say-
Germany before I knew anything about European politics. And I'm
Oh,
like,
you-
oh fuck.
You sweet, sweet summer child, you. Yeah,
No, dude.
Well, I'm not
some
going to Canada. Fuck that.
Get some guns.
Yeah.
Go to Mexico. Be cool.
No.
Actually, I recommend staying in America, but going to one of the more rural areas, get a large collection of weaponry, and then.
Well,
you
if
can
California
also-
seceded, we were planning on moving to flyover country.
Oh, nice. That'd be good. One thing
Because
I-
Democrats don't know it exists. That's why they
Yeah.
lost the election.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
thing I will-
And then when they lost the election, they were shouting at the flyover the states. It's like, well, if you want to get us to like you, and it's like, no. Once you've just
Yeah,
had your ass handed, when you have just had your ass handed to you by someone, you don't say to them, well, if you want me to like you, you don't do that.
Yeah.
No.
I think Donald Trump should just paint a massive L on the wall.
Yeah, one thing I will say is that in terms not only actually I agree that the US is probably going to join up with the UK in some way, but they're also
Well, I
going
mean,
to-
Nigel Farage and Donald Trump are practically butt buddies at this
Yeah,
point.
they're
Yeah.
best-
But Farage has no official. Farage has very little power really over here.
No,
There will
Farage
be
has
a-
little power over America, over Britain. Obviously
There-
over America too, but
there'll be a
he is kind of acting ambassador almost between Donald Trump and.
Yeah.
Before we end, I just want to ask one question. Has something happened to Psychonauts 2?
Starbreeze, unfortunately. God damn you,
Hmm.
Starbreeze. Vin
Actually,
Diesel Y
yeah,
has said they're going to publish the game.
Yeah, I was gonna. I brought that up. I brought up the screen share. of it.
I thought they got like $5
Well, me
million.
personally, I brought it up in voice, so
Oh, well,
Okay. Then I'm privy
basically,
to-
Russia's gonna join up with America, and
You know what would be
that'd
fun? If we get a
Russia joining-
5-man group on this on the show, like if we ever have or actually no, we could do it now because we have a 6-man group. I forgot. We
Well,
could
we have a 5-man
we could play like
group.
Overwatch during the stream.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
that
if
would be
someone's-
a very sweary fucking.
that's a bad idea.
Well, me personally.
we'll just mute Jan personally, and we'll be fine. Just unmute him between
Meg
games, and he'll just unmute him between. Just unmute him. It'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, attack. Then you mute, and then after the game's over, he'll basically be out of breath and go, "Good game."
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm. That's what I want.
Yeah, me
to know
personally, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, the whole point of this channel here
I'm
is
not
that
getting
anyway.
Psychonauts 2 because Tim Schafer is a douchebag.
No. The whole point of this channel is that this is basically our non-personal channel. So
Yeah.
if you're a friend of ours, we'll give you the login and you can put your gaming shit up on this channel. We just
Oh, yeah. May move the salty streams over then because I've always it's not that I gave up on it. It's just that I don't have time to stream right now.
Yeah, we'll be
All right, I have
we'll be the gaming trash channel for everyone. We don't care. We're just happy to
I
have
have
content.
I have to head out, so
All right, dude.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Anyway, so this has been us personally on the Boilerside podcast. That was Mr. Shikaki. With me, as always, is the Gamer of Ages. With us was T3. Not that Apple was there before us. And of course, a Meerkat Monarch known as Jan. Go look at his Patreon. It's wonderful. And me personally, this is Plippy McGee. See ya.
Ta-ra.
Bye.